Okay, so I went back to old gen, man. Can you guys believe it? Back to old gen from PS5. We went back to PS4, man, to see if we could actually find some tryhards, see what was going on in these lobbies. And it was kind of interesting, man. Like, same thing I do on PS5, right? Just going out in the lobby, seeing what's going on now. That 30 frame, 60 frame difference, you can definitely feel that when you start playing, going back from the newer stuff to the older stuff. It's still manageable to play, but we still got into some situations. You know what I mean? And it's definitely different trying to play, and it may not seem like any different on the video necessarily, but it may. I don't know. Like to me, like that 30 frame difference is definitely noticeable. You don't have the ray tracing. It doesn't look as HD as it does on next gen. But like I said, man, I was still delivering my domination like always in these lobbies, man. Just seeing what these people had. And by the way, I forgot how dirty the Combat MG Mark II was on PS4, man. But look, if you guys get the chance, man, go back while you can and get you some clips or just play in general. See what you think of it, man, because you might not like it at all. I was actually enjoying it quite a bit. I was getting quite a few people actually shooting back, and I'm sure that most of the haters can appreciate me staying on the ground instead of being on the oppressor. And yes, I know we were using Bull Shark, but I mean, we had a lot of stuff going on, and I was trying to just piece everything together to make sure it was a lot of ground clips. I mean, we had some oppressor clips too, but definitely a lot of ground clips that I added to the video. But man, you got to remember that a lot of people just aren't on the ground half the time. So this is kind of a rare thing. There were some people on Ghost. This dude right here, Usaf or whatever the hell his name was, Maverick. I don't even know how he didn't get that kill on Ghost, but he sucks. So I ended up going Ghost, man. Like I was just trying to do different things, see how people were playing. This dude right here is off the radar. Still popped him out as Night Shark. He should change the color on that, by the way. And also, man, the fast run on my old gen account was insane. This guy right here, Destroyer, his stupid ass was in the fucking Savage for I don't know, like 15 minutes. I also got recognized while I was on old gen by this dude right here coming up. Did it come up? Yeah, Calm Down, Piper. It didn't. It was supposed to actually be zoomed in better than that and be longer than that. But anyways, he said, "Are you the real ATA best?" And I was like, I should have said maybe or should have said no, but I was like, yeah. Anyways, he proceeded to follow me for a little bit and then kind of gave up. But nah, man. Like I said, this Destroyer guy, we knocked him out of his Savage. He attempted to get back in it a couple more times. He did get a few kills. He actually started using the minigun, which was hilarious. Because he couldn't get any kills with anything else, and I was still managing to take him out. He was level 600 right here, 620, pulling out a damn minigun like that. Now I've seen other levels, pull him out, level 800, 600s, 500s. Like it doesn't matter necessarily. I mean, it's free mode, so technically there's no rules. That's what I always say. So you got to maneuver around it. It's better dealing with somebody that is on the ground doing something like that versus being in the air, because like somebody's on a Savage, if you don't take them out fast enough, they could easily have 4 or 5 kills on you in a couple minutes. So I honestly prefer the ground fights better, but you don't get the ground fights all the time anymore because half the people are busy driving around in their cars and shit. They don't want to have anything to do with PvP. But what I try to do is try to just like make people have no choice but to do PvP. So, it's different when it comes to me versus other people. Like this guy right here, man, he would not give up using that damn minigun. And I kept like running into it to see like what he was doing. He got me with it again. I'm like, it don't even matter. Cause like I'm up on kills anyways. Like this shit don't matter. But I wanted to go back to old gen, man, just to see what was going on. We don't, obviously we have GTA 6 on the way. PS4 will probably be the first thing to get shut off besides next gen first, and then they're talking about PS4 and stuff like that not even being a thing next year. So we'll see what happens with that as far as GTA Online goes. I'm not sure, but getting that gameplay in while I can on old gen, and for the fact that I have this $204 billion stacked account, why not? I just can't afford to get it in bad sport because it served a 2-year 9-month bad sport sentence, which is literally a GTA prison sentence. So it's out of bad sport currently, which I know how to get out of it now. There's a yacht defense you can do, piracy prevention, to get out of it. But Not to mention, man, going back, using that Combat MG, which is absolutely disgusting. They nerfed the shit out of that thing. If you go back and use it, whether you're on Xbox One or PS4, compare it to next gen, whether you're on PS5 or Xbox Series X or S, and just see, man, you'd be like, holy shit, they nerfed that F out of that. Like, it's crazy. Like, the Oppressor Mark II, I think, is the same way as it is on old gen or on next gen, back on old gen. But everything else, man, like I said, yes, it was a little bit laggy as far as like comparing it to next gen, but it was still playable. You know, I was still able to get all these clips and stuff pretty smoothly. Yes, it is a pretty decent, noticeable difference, but you can still get the kills with it. You know what I mean? Still get your kills. You can still play, right? Because if I wasn't able to play, I wouldn't have been able to get damn near, you know, drop this video down to 3 hours of clips. So, which I probably will end up doing a couple more live streams doing old gen. We might do like, you know, next gen, then old gen, then maybe like, kind of like go back and forth. So that's the thing, man, when it comes down to it. You know, Rockstar, you know, there ain't no telling what's going to happen with them. The DLC updates, stuff like that, you know, stuff's kind of dry right now, so things are kind of like just up in the air. You know, the GTA 6 trailer needs to come out sooner than later, hopefully. You know, this guy right here in the ammunition was pissed. He got his kill back so quick because I actually flew over to him on my oppressor and he had the marksman ready. And yeah, he dropped my shit. But he ended up actually rage quitting here in just a second because we got a couple more kills on him. But he was trying, man. And yeah, he gave up hella quick. And I was like, damn, like he could at least stayed in there for 5-10 minutes. Like, come on now, man. But like I said, you know, it's definitely fun going back just to see what it's like. You know, and if you've never played on old gen, then I honestly feel sorry for you. But it brings back the memories of, you know, back to the old style of GTA. You know, back when crews and all that were a thing, and you know, which that's going way back to even like PS3 days. But you get more of like an OG vibe going back on the older. What is it? Going back on the older consoles, right? And you know, it's just. I don't know. It's just different. You know, this guy right here, I don't know how he didn't die. He flew way the hell up in the air after me running into him. And then right here, I don't know how I got that kill, but I got it. And then we get this kill, and then I was just like, I was trying to go one after the other. And it took a while to actually get all these clips together because there were so many people that were just all over the map, just like on PS5. So, you know, trying to get those fights. And now as far as tryhards go, there were a couple of them, I guess, but they weren't like super sweaty or anything, right? I would say most of those type of people have kind of moved over to next gen, but there are still some. I mean, you just never know necessarily what kind of lobby you're going to get into when it comes down to it. But most of the time, the way I play is I try to attempt to bring out the PvP in whoever it is, right? And it either works or it doesn't. I mean, people get pissed off when you take them out of their cars, especially when they're driving, or you blow it up, right? Because they got to call it back in or something. Be like, man, why are you doing that to me? But like I said, man, no God mode on this video either. I know a lot of you guys don't like that, so hopefully you guys show appreciation towards this video. If you are watching at this point, man, I appreciate it. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button, man. I would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. And make sure you guys leave a comment. All right, leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new and turn on post notifications. Let's see if we can knock out like 50 likes on this video. All right, cool little 50. Should be doable. But yeah, one after the other, man. Like just taking people out like crazy. You know, and I knew that I was probably gonna get taken out here and there. You know, I wasn't worried about that. I was trying to see particularly like how many people I could come across that were actually trying to fight back. Because there's always like people crying in the comments saying, you're always going if people don't fight back, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you know, hey, we got this video right here, some people are fighting back. You know, it's like they don't want to fight back, they ain't gonna fight back, you know. And then also that fucking revolver, man, that treasure hunt revolver is disgusting. I wish I had that on next gen. This thing right here is crazy. Literally one tap with that damn thing on BST. It's just wild. And if someone had low stats enough with barely any strength, you could probably even one tap them without BST with that shit. But and of course we were using the marksman with the holographic sight. That thing's disgusting. If you guys don't use it, use it. But this guy right here would not give up. A Razor 44. I mean, we were just taking people out left and right. I mean, absolute domination. I didn't even look at the ranks that much. I mean, here and there I did, but just absolute domination. So we'll leave it at that, man. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and you guys have a good one. Peace.